The Houston Rockets and Dallas Mavericks meet in a state rivalry game on Thursday night. We'll be breaking it down and looking at a player prop under. I'm Steve Seagrave, and I'm the #1 NBA handicapper so far this season at sportsmemo.com. Today is the last call for discounted NBA season-long passes at a great price. But for now, if you guys enjoy this content, you know what to do. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the Wager Talk channel and post your NBA picks in the comment section. I'll be checking those comments and getting back to you guys. So we had another great day yesterday in the NBA. We cashed our video play, Celtics team total over. It looked bleak early on, but they get there in regulation. We needed 120. They scored 132 in overtime. We also cashed our 5% client play on Tatum's points over in the same game. He crushed it with 37, cashed a smaller play on Chris Paul's over for assists. So we'll move on to today and look to just keep this train rolling. We got Houston at Dallas, 8:30 p.m. Eastern tip from American Airlines Center. Mavs currently minus 6.5 point favorites. Total sits at 227.5. The Mavericks won the season series between these two teams 3-1 last year, and they're also 3-1 so far in this young season, coming off a 120-114 victory in Minnesota on Tuesday night. Kyrie Irving led the way with 35 points, and this team has improved defensively. It's still early in the year, but they're 11th in defensive rating and 9th in points allowed. Speaking of improving defensively, let's look at the Rockets sitting at 2-2. Also coming off a victory, they split back-to-back games against San Antonio, but they won 106-101 on Monday night. Jalen Green leading the way. And we talked about him for most improved player coming into the season. He's well on his way to having a great shot at that award. He had 36 points last time out, and he's been a consistent over, and the number has moved up, though, all the way up. We were getting it early in the year at 19.5. Now it's all the way up to 23.5, so it's getting to that point where you almost got to step away from it for a minute. And speaking of that defense improving, Ime Udoka, he took on a Rockets team that was like bottom 5, bottom like 2 or 3 in points allowed. Last season, he moved them to like an average middle of the pack team, and now this season they rank 5th in points allowed. So he's really changing the culture with this Rockets team. It's still early in the year. They're 500, but they are sitting in a spot where they'd have a shot at a play-in game or maybe even one of the top 6 seeds. It's, like I said, very early in the season. I am expecting a low-scoring game here. They're 17th and 22nd in scoring. More importantly, though, 24th and 29th in pace of play. So we're looking at a low-scoring game here. Looking at Fred VanVleet's under 16.5 points scored. He's fallen short in 3 of 4 games, 11, 18, 16, and 14. So even when he's cleared it, it was only by a bucket. He's averaging 14.8 points per game. Obviously, the teams have changed a little, but he also went under in 3 of 4 games against the Mavericks last season. He scored 10 3 times, scored 24 once. Dallas, really good against point guards. They're good at shutting down spot-up shooters, and they've allowed the 4th fewest points so far this season to opposing point guards. Only 19.48 per game. We talked about Jalen Green, and he's taken up a ton of usage on this team. It's not many buckets to be had for VanVleet, and he's really struggled to score or put up high point totals early in the season. So for this game, we're going to go with 2 official plays. Let's go with the under for the game at 227.5, and let's go with VanVleet's as our main play. His under in points at 16.5. Those will be our official plays. Like I mentioned, guys, last call. NBA season passes, $499. It's less than $3 a day. Take you straight through the NBA Finals. It's $246 off of the normal price. Been crushing it in the NBA so far. We've profited in 8 of the 9 days to start the season. #1 in the NBA at Sports Memo, up 33.7 units so far. I am in action tonight with 4% best bet in the NBA. I also have a Thursday Night Football best bet on my page. You can check out those plays. There's a link in the pinned comment. I always have free plays posted at X at StevesBook22 if you want to follow me, as well as at sportsmemo.com. So Van Vliet under 16.5 points, under 227.5 will be our plays for this game. If you guys enjoy this content, hit the like button on the way out, and I'll see you soon. Good luck.